My name is Michael Berg. I am the president, founder of StyleDemocracy at StyleDemocracy.com. I started off in business in a family-run business that was women's fashion. Started by my grandfather back in the mid-1920s. Main store was at Yonge and St. Clair, fashion brands, before there was the whole designer craze. We had built a business based on certain trends, women buying expensive gowns for all the charity balls that were no longer happening. The Gap comes along and it was now really cool to wear, you know, $125 Gap cotton t-shirt or blouse with an expensive skirt to one of these balls instead of the $10,000 and $15,000 gowns that we had in stock. So the company failed. When we started the liquidation, the week before, everything in our stores was at 50% off and there was nobody coming in. The day we started the liquidation event, everything had been moved to 30% off, and the lineup to get in was around the block, and women were walking around with armfuls of stuff at 30 off that 48 hours before they could have bought for 50 off. And then a friend of mine at a big department store in Toronto asked me if I could help them liquidate inventory in the same way without a bankruptcy, and that was the beginning of StyleDemocracy.
When he transitioned to the warehouse sale business at StyleDemocracy, you know, there were some crazy grinding hours. I would go with my mom on the weekends and I'd help bag at the cash line when I was 10 years old because, you know, we wanted to go see Dad for the weekend because he was busy doing a sale. And, you know, him being a one-man show, there was, you know, always potential for, you know, new eyes and fresh ideas and opportunities to grow. So when I was in university and I was thinking about, you know, what I wanted to do, just thought that, you know, the opportunity was there to really help advance and take the company to a new level. We're a small business, but at the same time, we have a massive reach. At our Nordstrom warehouse sale, there were 7,000 people in the door, and we're trying to make sure that everybody is having the best experience that they possibly can.
There's nobody in Canada that can say that they are the same as what we are. We have this event management business that's the biggest in Canada. We have this digital component, and when you overlap the two of them, there's nobody like that. There's other people that are buying and selling and driving up the price. We're not about that. We are really consumer driven at our events. We are constantly trying to evaluate the consumer experience at our events. So I think that's also a big trend here. Walking into a store, what's the experience? It never used to be an important thing. It was more about, you know, price and product, and I think now more than ever it's about the experience, whether it's an online experience or an inline experience.
Where I see the events going is sort of targeting a theme of customers and bringing brands of a similar theme to that event. So creating like marketplaces, and then the other thing is figuring out an online solution, coming up with an online solution for e-commerce for warehouse sales. It's been in talks here for a very long time, and there's some really cool concepts that we think that we can execute. It's just you know, a matter of time, but being able to offer the entire country, the brand that we're working with in Toronto, an option, emulate a warehouse sale experience in a digital realm with e-commerce is something that I think we can really take advantage of and really expand what we're doing here.